All right. Hey, we're gonna work on portraiture today. We're gonna do some portraiture. I'm not sure how much space I've got on my phone. Um, so we'll see how much we can get. Uh, just a little bit of shading. And we're going to work on Malala. We had Joe Rogan, and friends and others, wonderful people, you know. G-Dragon, Kristen Stewart, and Frankie Lolia. Wonderful portraiture capturing all of their character and likeness. Sometimes it's a little bit hard. I mean, I have respect for all of those people, but Malala is like a symbol for peace and renewal. She's also a human being, though. That was like a huge part of the read on I Am Malala was the humanizing her, and she's just like a girl that loved her favorite shows and movies and having fun and wanting to learn things to secure a bright future. And like the Taliban happened and occupied most fiercely, and the attempted assassination on her, and it was through a series of miracles that she survived and became it gave her a platform. I mean, no one would say it was a blessing, but they were able to turn the trauma of that event into something positive, something proactive. And that's awesome. I've been getting into blocking in the eye shapes and the shadow of the eyes and doing it correctly, drawing quite a few skulls to make sure that I remember it. And then when you draw the eye, making sure the top of the eye to eyebrow and bottom of the eye to the lower lid distance is all on point. If you kind of just stop and map, you can be like, okay. And you definitely save yourself some time. It was like consistently maybe not drawing eyes in the perfect place. Now I am. Which feels really good. And then you can kind of just reshape once it's in the right place, you know? This is definitely not like the superhuman abilities of Malala, like the crazy courage that she showed and whatnot. There was no superhuman courage there. She was just like a girl on the ground level, ready to fight and, lose it all for what she believed in. I mean, Lord knows she didn't want to lose it all. And in the end, she was able to gain it all through her faith and perseverance. And, a little bit of crazy luck, witchcraft perhaps. Make sure, okay, I'm glad. We still have storage in the phone. Still have storage. We'll add in the eyes like now. Usually I wait in for too long before adding in the eyes. It's the part that's like, now this is like a living character. This is like a person. Yeah, Malala is cool. Just the positions of all pieces of the skull that determine the angle of the portrait. Like, you can't see these things, but having an idea of where the skull is behind the scenes from having mapped it already is like the most useful piece of architecture. So you're like, okay, like having an not imaginary, but an invisible framework of the kind of the perspectives, the grids, the anatomy, the drawing before you do it, that you tap into. It's very much a mental space as well as a physical one. Really working on the blurring of graphite and really getting it down. where when you do get it down and then you start to get it more and more, when you do, it just feels great to texture and tone a whole area almost instantly, as if by magic. I'm like, oh hell yeah, Jedi drawing skills. To do it, you just got to be really quick, light and quick. Light and then quick. Let's do a whole area. I'll try and be quick because you don't have that much storage. You always want to be quick, but I've done a bunch of portraits today. And with them, we're putting a positive energy on everyone. We're putting a positive energy on everyone that we draw, a blessing as well as a portrait, right? Which feels good. Add our energy to theirs. And kind of vice versa, I guess, too. They have a powerful, unique energy, and we tap into it just through respect and admiration, like unconditional. That's when you get the energy back. If you're like, oh, I'll respect you so I can get some of your energy to use for my things, you don't get it. You get no energy from that. It's like buttery smooth. And just like a really, really good smile. We should try and make it look right, because there's definitely some finishing steps that will make this really pop. With the cheekbone and the cheek, and getting it the right size and shape. But everything that we do is like making it better. And we advocate for global free education. We're going to try and take our advocacy to the Malala Foundation. I know you shouldn't call out your moves before you do them, but just hoping that, we get more voices behind the dream of a safe world with free education for all. Very exciting. Something about her eye doesn't quite look right. Whoops. That's it's better. It's a little bit better. And make the nose like super good. As good as we can with the time that we have. Try to use your time when doing a portrait effectively, like stopping to adjust and look back at the portrait and the position of everything. Like right here, we have to move up the placement of her veil and her hair just a little bit. There, that is correct. Then jaw up. Good skin tones. Neck's always important. You gotta draw someone a neck. and like shoulders and stuff to complete a portrait. The whole other thing. Yeah, we'll try to like, the thing with like rough line work on the neck is definitely from manga. Just like a manga character. Badass, courageous, awesome. And good cloth effects. You want the skin to look very unwooden. You want it to look smooth. Very smooth. Elegant. Fine, inquisitive, courageous, awesome. Malala. Hero. I'm just a rookie hero compared to her, man. She's the real deal. We want to level up. To be able to be a hero in our own way. And add our own voice to things that matter. And use our unique language to bring something to it that only we can. I like drawing eyebrows really quickly. Like now you have eyebrows. Let's do like some changes on the face where you can't really mess up the placement too much. Eyebrows are like one of them. So you can do it quick. Okay. I guess we'll leave it there for now. Try to make a quick portrait, you know? Iron will. And resolve, but with such sweetness. Truly. Our educators, our girls, people that speak out and use language to resolve conflicts are such heroes. Being able to resolve conflict nonviolently, find solutions, it's huge. Try and end this before we run out of battery. Zoom in a little. Oh, she needs a nostril. That would have been embarrassing. Yeah, really honed in on portraiture just recently. Like you can tell, I've done my homework. A bunch of it. Coming back in. So we gotta listen to Pretty Girl Mantra by Jenny. This that pretty girl mantra. Goddamn, Jenny's a monster. That whole album is so great. Blackpink is taking over. And then it's all like just tightening things up, adding in like micro details and checking the tone and shapes of everything. And you can make something really good. But I feel like when you've captured the shape right and the base right, and I try to do that dynamically. I've seen some portrait guys that spend so long blocking in everything. I couldn't do it. I don't have the attention span for it. Like my focus would not work. I have to find a way to do it quickly. Not that there's anything wrong with that. That's such a super skill. Guys like Steven Zapata and the dude on Proco, the dude that does the crazy realistic portraits, and his process of blocking in graphite, really, really cool graphite textures. Like to get there, but I can't do his technique. And Malala is great. I love the idea of not knowing where different people are at, what their belief system is, what they do on the day to day, what their life consists of. So many moments. If you respect someone's work and you've seen a bit of it, it makes you curious about the rest of them. What is their belief systems? What were things that they learned that were very useful to them? I love it when people share things that were very useful to them. Hopefully without making it too specific, like, okay, clearly that was useful to you, but like, you know my taste, it's not the same. But when it is something that really could be useful to me, that doesn't happen that often. And I never hate it. Sometimes you can just see if the gesture is a little bit self-serving or if it was very thoughtful and compassionate. And if it is, that shit is priceless. Yeah, she just got shoulder.
Hey, Lane.
Hey, yo!
Are you laying down?
No, I'm in the middle of a drawing video.
Oh, you're making a video?
Yeah, I'm making a video.
Oh, okay. Alimi wanted to talk to you. Maybe when you're done, you can call her.
Cool. Heck yeah. A little niece calling in. And then you can make things a little bit dynamic and like larger than life. But you want to capture the realism first. And then like just in terms of like shading and blocking of hair, the way shadows fall. Like those are things where it's fun to do stylized effects to make the portrait a little larger than life. Or like adding in some bounce lighting on this cheek. The photo is just shadow there. But we could add in some bounce lighting and that looks cool. Yeah. Okay. We'll leave it there. Really nice. Yeah, okay, name. Let's make sure we get it. Oh, sorry if the last bit of the drawing wasn't on video. Yeah, cool. All right, she looks even more like playful and inquisitive and courageous in real life. But we've done a good capture. I feel good about this. All right, what is this, 20 minutes? Not bad. Not bad at all. And peace and love.